Okie dokie then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Ryan, aka Ryman, and before my 3-month trip down to Texas, away from my goddamn computer and everything else for this business trip. Anyway, I'm going to try to get in at least one more Katawa Shoujo before that happens. So, last time we left off, the game had decided it's going to throw us down a Rin path. So we're diving deep into madness. Let's fucking go. What time is it now? It's enough time to get this shit done. It's already 8:30, but this morning's class has not yet begun. We were supposed to have physics, but the teacher's nowhere to be seen. The teacher, Muto, it's called having a hangover, Hisao. Had I known this beforehand, I would have slept in too. Oh god, suddenly the classroom door slams open. Muto grunts his morning greeting to us from the doorway. Yeah, dude is having a serious case of hangover. Good morning, everyone. Muto looks like he has not slept at all. The stubble is messier than normal hair, and the stained dress shirt creates a less than favorable impression. I guess he had fun last night at the festival, too. Excuse my being late. I ran into unexpected problems. I'm usually not one for festivals like this, but I hope you all had a good time. After all, these sort of events are important for you all, since they give you a short reprieve from your schoolwork, you little shits! The class replies with various degrees of enthusiasm, and Mattel proceeds to take a role and get started. Right then! Today's subject is photon particle physics! Fucking what? Photon pack? Are we being ghostbusted? Are we given a I don't know. Photon torpedoes? Before long, I have descended into a comfortable coma-like stage along with the rest of the class, letting Mato's rambling speeches pass through one ear and exit the other without leaving a trace. Oh boy, that when the yawn kicked in. That's what I get for doing these recordings 11:30. Now, who could tell us the solution to this problem? It's 7! He's written a rather easy equation on the blackboard. Desperately, he tries to get the class to participate. Nobody? Come on, guys. Nakai, about you? Unfairly sitting that in cornered, I give him an answer. It causes his shaggy features to twist into a genuine smile that would scare the little children senseless. Precisely! Good work, Nakai! I was right! It's 7! I'm both disturbed and honored by the fact that I can remember my name only 1 week after I transferred here. From what I've seen, Mato has serious trouble remembering the names of anybody else in the class, and most of them have been here since the first year. Reminds me of one of my old professors in college. It took him 3 years to remember who I was, and he was the head of the business department. Yeah, my main teacher, my mentor in some sense, couldn't fucking remember who I was until 3 years out of my 4 years in college. The room settles into a dreary mood. Students and teachers talking alike, trying to get back on track after the festival. And so is my fucking brain after today. Holy shit! I figured last week must have been frantic for everyone. Now a minute too soon, the lunch bell rings. Game, it's late. I don't think I have the energy to scream in a mysterious voice. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna pull one out of the hat. Make way! Important business! I don't know. I thought it'd be best to go with wrestler announcer. I was doing it a fuck ton at the office before I left today. I don't know, they seem to enjoy it. I seem to enjoy doing that voice now. Like, my car isn't broken in half! They said, I was told that I should try selling Verizon with that voice. I would probably get a fuck ton of sales. I'm here selling Verizon! We got a great deal going on. It's buy one, get one. It's not really a deal at all. Buy this shit, I've got a family! I turned my head just in time to see other people scatter out of the way as someone charges from the far end of the corridor towards the stairwell. If I could fathom a guess on any other fucking character in this game, that would be just bolting down the hallways. It would have to be Emmy. Which is now even more hysterical in my head than I do the wrestler voice. Because normally I try to do this for the Emmy voice. But could you imagine from deep within inside that vessel, when she gets worked up, she brings out the wrestler voice. Like, get out of the way! It's too late to realize I'm standing in the middle of the corridor, directly in the way of the oncoming human projectile. I try to skate back towards the doorway. Unfortunately, the person running towards me dodges in the same direction. Don't you hate that? When you're walking down the path, no, I don't have the camera on. No one can see my idle sitting walking animation. But you do that awkward dance with someone. You keep stepping in each other's direction. You kind of have to go with it and start dancing with them. It's just what I do. In the following fraction of a second, several things come to mind in sequence, yet almost simultaneously. First, I recognize that the girl who is on the collision course with me is Emmy. Second, I realize that it feels somehow very natural to be attacked by Emmy once again. I could feel almost comfortable if not for the reflective panic and terror. Third, Emmy seems to be carrying a foot-tall stack of papers while running in the hallway. She crashes into me, but at least the impact was grazing one of my arms this time. Now I gotta bring it down. Now I gotta bring it from wrestler announcer back up to the Emmy voice again. So give me a second as I tuck in my balls. Owie! What the fuck is wrong with Owie! Why does this always happen to me? Because you're a fucking putz! Gee, I wonder, could it possibly have anything to do with you running through the corridor like you were on fire? We can arrange that! Hoppa floppa floppa! She whimpers regretfully, looking like a hurt puppy. The sight makes me regret my snappish comment. The very instant it emerges from my lips. Not me, though. I would have taken one of her prosthetic legs and battered her over the head with it to teach her a lesson. But I was in a hurry. I can tell. Sorry. Don't fucking worry about it. Dude! She nearly killed you like 3 times now! Emmy wails weakly one last time and rubs her forehead as if to expel the ache while her gaze sweeps over the hallway floor. As she notices her neat stack of papers spread all over the floor in one big mess, she lets out a horrified yelp. Ah! The printouts! No! What am I gonna do? Teacher will give me hell if they get dirty! Who fucking cares? You made this mess, bitch! The probably fine. Let's gather them back up. It won't be a problem. We quickly round up the papers, and Amy tries to sort the scattered pile in her hands. Back into the orderly sack it was. Where are you going? Home! Nowhere in particular, I guess. Didn't want to be left alone with Muto in the classroom. I think he has a hangover. I think you know. Have you eaten lunch? No. Not yet, but I'm not feeling very hungry anyway. She looks at me incredulously, as if doubting my sanity for letting such a thing out of my mouth. You should go to the roof. I was afraid that I would eat lunch with her. I bet she'd like company. Oh no. My lunches with Rin have been remarkably unsuccessful. I know where this conversation is going, and it's hard not to get drawn along, so I have little choice but to play ball. Okay, I'll go pick up some bread or something first. Emmy smiles brightly before I say anything further. No, I'll go deliver these super quick, and then go buy lunch for us. And Rin too, of course. What kind of bread do you like? I don't know. Why does this fucking happen to me? I can't do it. I don't know if I have it in me to do entire chapters, entire seasons involving the Emmy voice. I lost my fucking voice once doing one scene with this girl. I'm losing it again. What do I fucking tell the crew at work? So I'm sorry, guys. I can't sell. I can't do my job. Ryan, your voice sounds like shit. What the fuck happened? I was doing the voice of a small little Japanese girl, no legs! Rude's gonna look at me and be like, fair enough. It's fine, you don't really need to. Don't worry, it's alright. Consider it an apology. I'll be back before you know it. That's what I'm worried about. Don't get into another accident. Emmy starts walking down the hall, but since she's still talking to me, she isn't watching where she's going. She's going right down the stairs. I won't! I realize you are responding to this sentence. It took me a split second to realize that, because based on what I said and what you said, I thought you were actually having a conversation with me, and I don't need that meta in my life right now. Famous last words. She's already jogging down the stairs as she shouts that not-so-reassuring promise back to me. Sighing quietly, I can't believe I nearly fucked up quietly, I start plodding along in her wake, but instead of taking the stairs down, I climb upwards. The stairwell up to the roof is unlit, just as creepy as it was before. The door squeaks weakly in protest as I push it open. Well, I blanked for a second. Sorry, it's just the vast open space and the winds quietly howling like that for a split couple of seconds. I had I felt myself go into that 1,000-yard stare war flashback shit. I don't know what happened to me right then. Rin is there too, like Emmy said, lying on her back at the other end of the pebble-covered rooftop for some reason. Predicting something unnecessarily strange again, I walked to her as slowly as possible. Hello? Hi. She sounds very drowsy as she says that, stretching the end of the word with a slurred voice. Despite that, her eyes are wide open. I look down at her, my shadow overlapping her face. What the fuck are you doing? Rin raises an eyebrow. I thought you had a heart problem, not an eye problem. Fair enough. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. Right about now, if I was in this exact situation, I would lie down on the ground too. Mostly because she looks comfy as fuck. I'd just do it. It's like, you don't fight it. You embrace it. It's Sal. Get on the fucking ground. Join me! If I could, I would lie down on the ground right now and continue this, but I wouldn't see the monitor. She answers, challenging the rationale of my perfectly valid question without even tilting her head to look at me. Rin's smart-ass comments are infuriating. The worst thing is that I'm not sure if she's doing it on purpose or not. Alright then. Let me rephrase. Why are you lying on your back on the rooftop? She gives us a lazy shrug and sniffs dismissively. What? So, I'm trying to experience. People probably don't do this enough. I'm sorry. The left side of my brain looked over to the right side of my brain and said to it, "Bruh, I don't think I'm gonna make it." You gotta go on without me. What exactly are you trying to experience here? I can't really tell, but what the fuck? No! And we're back. I can't really tell, but there's probably a reason people don't do this. She's playing dodgeball with me again, answering my attempt at small talk with riddles I don't want to puzzle out. But I don't want to ignore her either. Yeah, but the reason that everyone's too busy with their lives to pay attention to the really important things. Like watching the sky? She tears her gaze away from the sky and finally looks straight at me. The penetrating deepness of her eyes, once she focuses them on something, is startling. You're not wrong. She's not wrong. You know, if you were a girl, I'd be able to see your panties. You're not wrong. If I was a girl, I wouldn't come this close to anyone who tried to sneak a peek at my panties. I have that much common sense. I wouldn't either. But sometimes it can't be avoided. Like now, for example. To tell you the truth, I don't even really want to peek at your panties, though. That's good. That's good. I'm just gonna lay down now. Underpants are the soul of a girl. You shouldn't peek at someone else's soul, even if you're not a girl. Fuck. It's actually kind of deep. Shit. Shit. Holy fuck. That kind of makes sense. As a guy, I guess I can understand that. To us, there's some sort of half-mythical object that we can't quite comprehend. That's true. But sometimes we fail to realize that without the girl, the panty is powerless. I think she's talking to me now. I think she's reacting to exactly what I fucking said. Yeah, that's exactly how I think about them too. What a coincidence. It really is. So, did you have world history in the morning class? I skipped class. To do this? Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I'm doing. Or at least, I think that what I'm... Well, at least I think that what I'm doing doesn't look like what I look like. But from your perspective. Right. Probably. Yeah. I skipped class to do this. I guess whatever your reason is, it's as good as any. Yeah. Yeah, Sal. It's exactly what I'd probably be doing right now. Given to the tired feeling in my legs, I sit down on the roof next to Rin. The pebbles are not the most comfortable bed in the world, but if she can stand it, then I should be able to as well. What are you waiting for? Huh? Try it. I bend my neck backwards and take a look at where she's looking. I'm going to sink back in my chair.
Just gonna stare up at the sky. See what she sees and let my mind wander for like the next 30 minutes. If I actually fall asleep, I'll cut that out. You know what? High School of the Dead was a good show. The manga was pretty good. It got ridiculous. The Matrix boost was a bit over the top. Yeah. That was a good show. It's a shame the creator never went back to it. Yeah, he took a break after the whole tsunami hit. Figured Japanese people didn't want to see more post-apocalyptic stuff. It was still enough for a second season of the show. You know, sometimes I wonder what would happen if I had the power to make a Katawa Shoujo and a Doki Doki crossover event. That'd be kind of fucking dope. Who greenlit the Pokemon that's shaped after keys? It's keys. Or a chandelier. No. The ice cream cone takes the cake for like, what the hell? How does some of those survive in the wild? Does anyone else ever try putting peanut butter on scrambled eggs? Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. I had it once. Put it on some toasted English muffins. That shit was dope. Yeah. This is relaxing. I should probably continue on with the story, otherwise I'm actually going to fall asleep. Oh. That's legit what I do every night when I'm trying to fall asleep. I flip my brain off, and for a while I'm just thinking about nothing. Then when the brain wanders, it's funny. Brains are weird. It's just like a lot of electricity. Oh, maybe that's why they say brainstorm, because it's like an actual lightning storm going on. I should get back to this. Holy fuck. Oh. The silver blue sky dotted by herds of cloud sheep. Cloud sheep? Huh. It fills my field of vision entirely. I can't believe I've never heard cloud sheep for just clouds. I'm sure that's a common thing, and I just didn't realize. Maybe it's not. I mean, I thought it was common knowledge that another name for geese was cobra chickens, but last time I uttered that phrase, people looked at me weird. Chicken cobra's a good fucking name. Well, it's pretty. The view is nothing special, even though the weather is fair. I give a shrug, try my best to imitate the nonchalant manner which Rin seems to have evolved to perfection, and lie down on my back. The stones poke at my back through the thin shirt whenever I shift my weight even a little, forcing me to keep as still as possible. I try to ignore the discomfort and myself, instead concentrating on the vastness over us. Far above, the summer clouds drift soundlessly across the dome of the sky. Neither of us has anything more to say. The silence covers the rooftop. The subdued noises of students on their lunch break, the cacatus of the trees, and the traffic like buzzing past the school are humming pleasantly somewhere in the background. Listen. I had a great time yesterday. Did you? Well, to be honest, no. But it was alright. It was probably the longest time I've ever sat in one place without doing anything, which is kind of impressive. I try to make it sound as convincing as possible. Is that impressive? No. Well, I think it is. I'm usually too restless to do anything like that. I think I had a good time too. A cloud passes above us, casting its shadow on the school. A chill surges through me from the sudden change of sunlight to shade. I realize that summer's not in its full bloom quite yet. The only measure of time passing is the slow pace of the clouds moving towards the town. A stray beam of golden sunlight leaked through the gaps, blinding me for a moment whenever they hit me directly in the eyes. The blue of the sky looks so unreachable. This reminds me of the time I spent in the hospital, where I was bored out of my mind on a daily basis. Somehow, it didn't matter after a while. I learned to appreciate other things besides watching TV and gossiping with people I didn't even like. A comprehensive sensation of calmness spreads from this sight to my other senses, finally hitting my brain. An airplane zooms by, leaving two thin contrails in its wake like a pair of chalk lines drawn from one end of the sky to the other. I wonder where it's heading. The low din of its engines carries all the way down to my ears, although it's barely audible over the racket from the quad. It's nice. It's nice. But I don't understand why this is more important than going to class. Isn't it good to do something you like? Every once in a while? Of course, but... What are you doing? Emmy snuck up on us without either of us noticing and is only a step away from me, holding several packages wrapped in plastic film in her arms. She leans forward and peeks over me, overshadowing my face almost exactly the same way I overshadowed Rin before. Emmy, drop the shit and get down on the ground. We're gaining experience. I wonder how weird this looks, the two of us lying on our backs on the rooftop. That's what I ask too. I would be more concerned about what you are doing. If I were you, I wouldn't come that close to people who could see your panties.
Rin! Emmy's voice is scandalized, but she quickly takes a step backwards, pressing her hands against the front of her skirt so abruptly that the parcels of bread she is carrying fall. I quickly avert my eyes and glance angrily at Rin. She pretends not to see me. Hisao wasn't like that, right? Right. Emmy scowls at Rin and crouches down to pick up the packages. She wipes the dust off them and skips lithely around on me to Rin's other side, where she sets herself down. Anyway, here's your bread. Sorry it took a while. That's alright. Thanks for treating me. I fold myself up into a sitting position and gratefully accept the bread Emmy is offering. All three of us ravenously dig into this simple meal. The bread is surprisingly decent and readily fills my stomach. I follow from the corner of my eye with the skill with which Rin handles her bread between her feet. I haven't seen you on the track in a few days. Because I didn't fucking go. Oh, right. I figured it was too heavy routine for me to start with. So, you've been doing something else? I've been considering my options. She frowns but doesn't pursue the issue further, for which I'm thankful. Emmy seems pretty headstrong, and I wouldn't really want to get pestered by her about this on a daily basis. I have enough burdens to bear with Shizune and Misha already. We barely finish a lunch before the bell rings, calling us back to our classrooms. Oh God! Hey, Cheyenne! Misha waves at me as soon as I entered and starts talking before I even make my way across the classroom. How was your festival? Did you have fun? Still somewhat undecided on that. I'd say probably. Why? Just asking. Her eyes glint away, telling that she's not just asking. I can't even start to guess her motives, though. As the well-timed entrance of the English teacher prevents us from talking further, Misha falls back to plan B. Why? I was there all day with Shishan. We had a lot of fun. I'm super happy for you. Why bother me? Weren't you supposed to be doing work? Don't worry, everything went really well. I don't reply to that, as she leaves me alone after Tsune demands her attention. My own attention, on the other hand, is directed out the windows, as we look up at the clouds. Now that I look at it from here, through the window and the foliage just outside, the sky seems smaller. I catch only small glimpses of blue. Everything else is a clutter of noise right in the middle of my field of vision. What experience did Rin want out of staring at the sky? Surely she's done it before. Everyone has. It's no use trying to guess her mind. But if I don't want to do that, then I have no excuse for not concentrating on the teacher's words. I look at the scribbles appearing on the blackboard, trying to figure out their meaning with little success. English really is not my favorite subject. We have a strong mutual dislike for each other. You and me both, Hisao. Holy fuck. Thick, hot afternoon light. Why did I say it like that? Great. Now I'm no longer allowed to use the word thick. Making the air feel heavy and lazy. My body feels weighed down by as if I drag it 2 doors down the hallway to the art classroom. Maybe this is a part of the reason why I didn't join any clubs before. Afternoons just aren't suitable for activity. Oh my god! Oh my god, there's new art! There's Rin! There's a dude with no ear! There's some woman here, I don't know what the fuck! There's a... It's the blind guy. It's the guy who can't use his eyes! And I don't know what's going on with this girl over there. I think I should leave my mouse cursor there, because I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on YouTube. He can't use his eyes! I knock on the door of the art room and open it. A girl who was possibly doing something important with a scroll of paper she's carrying turns to reckon me and smiles in a sweet, if a bit confused manner. Who are you? Hello? This is the art club, right? Yep. You interested in joining? Yeah. In fact, I might have already done so, but we'll see. I give her a weak smile, and her one widens a notch, making me feel less nervous. Every time I smile at people, they get more nervous. Great, have a seat then. We'll start when the teacher gets here. I don't know what the fuck I'm going for with your voice. This blonde kid looks like there's nothing wrong with him. Same deal with the blonde chick over here. She doesn't seem to have anything wrong with her. This person over there is fucking dead! Without even scouting the room for a good spot, I walk quickly to the back of the room and set myself on a free seat, apart from everyone else. A few other members are lounging in their seats, waiting for the teacher. Rin sits alone in a window seat, looking outside. She's the only person here that I know. Although a guy I've never really gone along with. For my own class is here too. A guy that I've never really gone along with for my own class. Earless guy? Can't be blind dude. I would have remembered blind dude. Nobody else comes to greet me. Maybe introductions are left for later, so I just settle for silent observation as well. One boy has sunglasses on. An odd sight indoor. He's fucking blind! Put two to two together! You fucking idiot! Were we not at Yamaku? Oh, never mind. I should have read the rest of that sentence. I'll bet he's the blind student Rin was talking about. The wait proves to be extremely short. Nomiya walks over to his stand behind a desk in 3 long strides, then gives a smile and a flamboyant greeting. Okay, I gotta bust out this voice then. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, swell. Now we gotta drag this out of the voice bin. Oh my god, Ryan, behave and get through this. First things first. Hisao there's a new member, so everyone get along with him. He winks at me unsettlingly. All 8 members of the club, including myself, answer his greeting with a considerably less enthusiasm. Still, people finally straighten up in their seats and begin to pay attention. I think some of you still have projects to work on, so please continue with those if you'd like. As for the rest, I was thinking that today we could do some rough studies. How does that sound? No. Nobody answers except with some unintelligible murmurs, which Nomiya apparently interprets as unanimous approval. All right, then. Everyone not working on other projects, choose a partner and draw a sketch of one another. You should be able to complete this today, but if not, we can continue it next time. Or even do it again if you find it interesting. Remember to pay attention to lighting and shadow, and give it your best shot. Pairing up? I feel pretty awkward about it. Hardly knowing anyone here. I wish someone would ask me to be their partner. Someone fucking kill me! People stand up and move their chairs closer together, but nobody comes to me. Fucking good. Pretty soon, everyone else is paired off. Friends teamed up with each other, but I'm left alone. Well, there is Ren. Ren? She's sitting in the furthest corner of the classroom, still staring out the window and seemingly uninterested in taking part in the exercise. Since she's the only other student without a partner, I walk to her seat. I can't see her face because her hair is covering most of it and she's looking away from me. Ren? I call out to her. No response. Hey, want to partner up? You're the only one I know here. She seems to finally acknowledge my presence, head turning like a robot as she looks to see who is addressing her. Rin doesn't answer, and I don't want to repeat the question either. I'm sure she heard it the first time. Why doesn't she say anything? It can't be such an awful fate to be paired up with me, can it? She doesn't look at my face, instead stares directly at my chest and stomach. Ellipses. Oh. Okay. Why not? Okay. Okay. Good. Great. I'll go get the stuff for us. Looking at the equipment Nomiya has prepared for today's meeting, it confuses me. Instead of graphite or pencils, we're apparently supposed to do ink sketches. I've never done anything like that before. The teacher, however, seems confident in my abilities to adapt to this medium. Simple, darlings. Oh god, that went from that started off at here and started going to a simple, darling. I don't know which is better. I don't know which is creepier. I'll let you decide, darlings. I may switch back and forth. How you do, I see you've met my faithful handyman. Now I'm torn. I don't know what voice to do. First, you do the outlines in ink. You let them dry. And then you shade with the diluted ink. This is called India ink. It works like watercolors. It's fabulous. If you're uncomfortable with it, use the pen instead of a brush for the outlines. Got it. I pick up paper, water cups, one pen for me, one brush for Rin, and ink for both of us, then return to Rin. Grabbing a vacated chair from nearby, I seat myself directly opposite of her.